What is going on, Movie Meals? Movie Meals. We are here for Raya and the Last Dragon, dropped on Disney Plus. But before we get into that, let's give a thank you to our patrons, Steve, Kimberly, Karen. You guys are awesome. And then go get some of our Movie Meals merch. It is
Oh
great,
yeah.
great, great, great stuff. It's all linked in the description. So let's get into this non-spoiler review. Raya and the Last Dragon. Kyle, you want to give a little synopsis about the film first before you get into your positives?
Yeah, so basically the land of Kamandra, this fantasy world, is split apart many years ago, and Raya has to do everything she can in order to revive the last dragon that helped save the world the first time. And in doing so, the two of them have to team up to save the world once again.
And what were your positives?
Well, first and foremost is the animation. I mean, it's obvious that Disney animation is just so good, but it's just really great in this movie. I felt like that was really able to flesh out like this new world, like really make it feel like it was world building, like as we were watching, rather just explaining the world. Like just the animation itself was just able to make it feel like it was coming to life. And I felt like the animation also did wonders for the action sequences, which I felt were really well done, especially for an animated movie. And when it comes to the characters, I really like the main characters, the new hero and sidekick in Raya and the Last Dragon being Sisu. I really like the chemistry that they had, especially from the voice acting from Kelly Marie Tran and Aquafina. I thought that they had really good chemistry together, and they were just really fun protagonists to follow through the story. And I just thought that the themes that were being expressed through these characters about trust and teamwork were very well handled, and at times they were handled in a mature manner that I was kind of surprised by. It still was good for children, but it still had, really adult themes within the story. And one final note is, while I like the two protagonists, I also like the relationship between Rhea and her arch nemesis and foil to Rhea. I believe her name was Namari, if I'm remembering
Yep.
correctly. But I thought that it was just a very good character that was fleshed out a lot more than I thought it would be. And I just thought that was a very different relationship that I hadn't seen from Disney and maybe ever. I can't really think of one that comes to mind that's very similar, but I just thought that it took characters in interesting directions and overall just made like a really great, entertaining story that just felt so different.
Yeah, I loved the movie. I really wish I could have seen it in the big screen. I think it would have been light years better.
It would have looked
But
amazing. Yeah.
yes, my girl Kelly Marie Tran, even if I still don't love how she was used in Star Wars, she is a talent of an actress, and I mean, she got bullied off social media by horrible, racist human beings that are horrible people, but she brought it. And I actually think the biggest standout is the relationship between her and Namari, voiced by, let's see that name there. Uh,
I'm looking here, Gemma
Gemma
Chan.
Chan. Yep.
Yeah.
Gemma Chan, however it's pronounced. And I thought that was by far the best part of the whole movie was their relationship. It's the
Yeah.
start. It's there from the start. And I loved it. I thought she brought it. She's from Crazy Rich Asian. She's going to be in Marvel's Eternals. She
Mm.
is awesome. And I was very nervous when I saw the trailer that Aquafina was just going to be Mushu. She was very pleasantly not. It is a very similar character. Obviously, it's a dragon sidekick, but it is taken in a different direction. And yes, there is that. It is yes, it is the side humor character that Mushu is as well, but it is very different in the humor, the style. And so I didn't end up leaving the film disappointed at all. I thought Aquafina brought it. I really loved the movie. Is a little ridiculous at times with some of the things that happen, but it makes for comedic moments. It makes for heartfelt
Sure.
moments. I really loved all the side characters. The voice cast was awesome, and the animation was stunning at times. So I very much enjoyed it. Kyle, do you have any
Hmm.
negatives of the film?
Maybe some pacing issues and maybe an overarching bad villain slash entity that I thought was pretty boring and lackluster. It works for the story, but it's something that we've seen a couple of times before. And I was like, for how interesting you're making some of these relationships to be, I feel like something could have been done with the overall bad entity, whatever it was called. I don't even remember now, but I guess it works for the story fine, and it just won't be a memorable villain. But I just thought that there could have been a way to push that a bit better. So between that and a little bit of pacing issues, I thought at times was a bit slower than it needed to, but I still was able to get through this movie just fine. And overall, ended up being a Disney movie that felt a bit more of a bit of fresh air, even though it's the same basic plot that we see from other ones, but just with the animation and with how they switch things up within like the story and with the themes, I think that it's a really, really good movie.
Yeah, my only negative was very similar with just I wish they kind of flushed out the kind of entity that's turning everybody to stone very or just flushed it out a bit more. There are a couple
Find
moments where
some
they
other
try
way.
to, but
Yeah.
it felt a little flat. But overall, I really enjoyed it. It was worth the premiere access to me. Yeah, I had a really good time with it. So that's
Yeah.
pretty much it. There were at times I thought it got maybe a little too childish with its humor, even for Disney. But it just kind of depended. It is kind of a kooky story with a couple of kooky side characters that you don't really expect, but
A lot more side characters than I thought. Yeah.
yeah,
But
but
they were still
a
fun, I
positive I
thought.
forgot too, really bringing out
Hmm.
culture, and I thought that was the most
Yeah.
important thing of the film was the culture, showing that history and things like that all inside of it was just
Yeah.
made for a great movie. So I highly recommend it to anybody if you get a chance to go see it in theaters or on
Jealous if you
Disney
can.
Plus. It's worth it. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Anything else, Kyle?
No, I think this is going to be a Disney movie that is going to be very beloved by a whole generation. I think people are really, really going to end up liking this
There
one.
were at times I thought, man, this might be the new generation's Mulan.
I can
And
see it.
I really loved the strong female characters. We got so many conversations that were just about the two girls talking to each other. That was about
Hmm.
their history, their past, their abilities, and I really enjoyed that. It wasn't no damsel in distress type story. So
Yeah.
they rocked it. But all right, guys, what did you think? Please comment below. Let us know. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. And as always, thank you for watching, Mom.
See you guys.
And thank you again to our patrons. Go be one of those. Bye.